The Victoria's Secret Angel. She is beautiful, confident, sexy, magnetic. Every girl dreams of becoming her. Her hair is big, bouncy, voluminous. Her skin is golden and perfect. Her fun, flirty, feminine energy turns every hit, drawing people to her like they are magnetized. So if you want to step into your own angel energy, make sure to keep watching because I'm about to spill all of Victoria's secrets. And well, if you're wondering what gives me the credentials, I'm an angel myself. Just look at the channel's name. Just kidding, but if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Jo. And on this channel and on my TikTok, I post content about helping you feel your best, how to achieve your highest, most confident and aligned self, and breaking down the steps to actually get there. So if you're into the kind of balanced, girly, motivational, and ambitious content, then you're gonna love it here, and this might be the place for you. So as we all know, the Victoria's Secret 2025 show has just wrapped up and it is the talk of social media. And when everyone thinks of the Victoria's Secret angel, the Victoria's Secret model, they naturally will think of these perfect bodies, the long legs, the big blowouts. But the truth is, you can have all of those things, but if you're not confident in yourself, if your energy is not refined and you don't feel comfortable in your own skin, that insecurity will override everything that's beautiful externally. The angels have even confessed. Those picture-perfect bodies, that glowing tan skin, that's just hours of makeup, preparation, dieting, and layers of oil and glitter that makes them look flawless. But that's not the reason why your eyes are glued to the angels every single time one of them walks down the runway. So in today's video, I'm going over exactly what makes a Victoria's Secret angel so magnetic that you have your eyes glued to her and you just can't turn away. And the secret is your aura. Your aura, the inner work, that's where the secret lies. You strip away all the makeup, the big hair, oil and the glitter and the fancy outfits. That is what each and every single Victoria's Secret angel portrays and carries. What makes a Victoria's Secret angel isn't just appearances. It's her energy, her self-perception, her self-talk, how they think and speak about themselves. Because let me tell you, a pretty face ain't gonna fix anything if you don't feel confident about yourself. So you need to learn to build confidence and self-trust. And I know that this is such a hard topic and concept to grasp and stomach, and it might be hard to admit that some of us do not have the best self-perception. And I get it, it's not always easy to feel confident 100% of the time. So that's why we're going to break it down into its simplest steps. I want you to think of your best friend or your mom, or just someone that you can trust with your whole heart. Think about why you trust them. Is it because they are absolutely perfect and make no mistakes? I'm willing to bet that your answers were no, and that's totally normal. No one is perfect. We don't trust people because they're perfect. In fact, we trust them because they're imperfect. Imperfection is not a flaw, it's just reality. It's why some of your favorite comfort creators aren't the ones showing off their lavish wealth. Your comfort creators are the ones that show you the raw, unfiltered behind the scenes. They show and connect with you with all the little bits of pieces that shows that they are human, and that forms trust. So when you trust someone, it's not because they're perfect or they never make mistakes. It's because they were always there for you when you needed them, and because you can rely on them to show up for you. That's the essence of self-trust and having confidence in someone. Not that they're flawless, not that they don't ever mess up. People you trust are just dependable and honest, always giving their best no matter how hard the task is. The reason why the angels are so confident walking down the runway isn't because they are seemingly perfect. They might be called angels, but they're not mythical creatures that don't ever make mistakes. They're still human, and I'm sure many of them worry about the thought of falling over or tripping up. But they are confident when they walk down the runway because they know the amount of work that they have put in for this one moment. The hours of practicing their walk, their talk, their pose. They trust themselves to deliver because they've already put in the work and shown up for themselves. Building self-confidence means keeping the promises that we make to ourselves. That means when you say you're going to do that one hard thing, when you say that you're going to go work out, it means that you're going to get your butt up, go to the gym, or take a 10,000 step walk. Even if you just don't feel like it, even if every cell in your body is just resisting, you get up and do it because that's what you promised yourself. Every single time you make a promise to yourself and you show up and actually do it, that reinforces the identity in your head that you're someone who keeps promises to yourself. that you show up for yourself, you don't let yourself down, and you follow through on what you said you would do. If you constantly show up for yourself even when it's hard, that's how slowly you build up your self-identity and your self-concept. Not with manifestation, not with wishing you were someone else, but with actual buildable evidence. Now, we have a lot of other tips to go over in this video, but self-confidence is such a huge and broad topic, and I've actually already done a more in-depth deeper dive on self-confidence alone. So if you're interested and would like to watch that video, I'll leave it up here if you're interested. Now, the second key thing that makes a Victoria's Secret angel so magnetic is, of course, her feminine energy. Now, I actually think some ideas of feminine energy are quite outdated. I would just say that there's not really just one type of feminine energy. There's obviously the light feminine energy, which is what we see on the Victoria's Secret Angel runway. But I would say that the essence of feminine energy is just being creative and nurturing, being compassionate and really in tune with your intuition, and being receptive to what the universe has to offer you. And I know this last point may be so hard for some of us ambitious women because we are always on the go, always wanting to grab opportunities and making it ours, always afraid that we're going to miss the right turn, always doubting ourselves. But I think sometimes being in your feminine energy means a willingness to receive love and help and ideas without forcing outcomes. It doesn't mean you don't work hard, but you work hard and trust that whatever happens will work out in your favor. No matter what happens, no matter if it doesn't go to plan, you're just able to be so confident in yourself and in the universe that whatever happens, that's the right path for you. I think feminine energy is also linked with creative expression and allowing yourself to make decisions from the heart, not just with your logical brain. Again, I know this is so hard for us ambitious women, and it might sound a little bit woo-woo, like, what do you mean follow your heart? That's just dumb and not a smart move to make. I get it. But I think feminine energy and letting your heart have a say in the decisions that you make means being able to set up boundaries where you're not comfortable, or being able to step back and say, this is too much, this is not supposed to be on my plate, this is not meant for me. It's about knowing when to step back and allow yourself to recognize that maybe this room isn't the one that you're meant to be in. It's about allowing yourself to follow where your heart leads you, where your passions lie, and about finding that right balance between your heart and your mind. You know, being logical has brought a lot of us so far into our lives, but I think to a certain point, that's part of the reason why us ambitious women get so easily burnt out sometimes, because we just neglect whatever our heart is trying to tell us. You can obviously tell when they're walking down that runway, they are feeling so feminine, so confident, they're doing what they love. That's what led them there in the first place. And honestly, how often can any of us say that we're having fun while working? I think just being more in tune with your feminine side and letting it not exactly take over your decisions, but letting it play a part in your decision making is something that we can all learn to incorporate and be more mindful of in our decision making. The third step is, of course, to no one's surprise, always making sure that you look and feel good. Always prioritize looking and feeling good, whether it be your health or your makeup or your hair. Because when you feel good, you look good. Now, obviously, Victoria's Secret angels are models, so naturally their looks and their beauty will be nearly at the center of almost all conversation. But looks aren't everything, your health is. When you look good, you feel good. And the same thing with confidence. Feeling good just has the power to make you feel undefeatable. Nobody can tell you otherwise, but in order to feel good, you need to be disciplined in the decisions that you make. Your daily habits, your diet, your movement. You can't just be lying in bed the whole day, doom scrolling your day away and expect to feel your best. So eating a variety of nutrients, having a balanced diet, moving your body, nourishing your body, drinking lots of water. Speaking of drinking water, let's all take a water break right now. This may sound so boring and basic, but this is literally the foundation of everything. Because if you don't take care of your body, you're just going to feel like crap, and no amount of makeup can fix that. Now, I'm not gonna lie and say that makeup doesn't help with anything. Makeup is useless. Don't rely on makeup. I'm literally wearing makeup right now. And it's okay to use makeup to want to cover up some redness or some acne marks. But I know of some women who literally use makeup as a way to erase their face, their features, just basically their identity. But makeup is meant to enhance, not to cover up. So when you do your makeup, prioritize making yourself feel and look good. Not just always forcing and confining yourself to the NYX trendy makeup look. So for me, obviously I'm Asian, I'm Chinese, and my features are obviously going to be different from someone who's of European descent, let's say. So maybe some looks like the heavy eyeshadow, the smoky eye, or the huge winged eyeliners aren't going to look the same and aren't going to look good on my very Asian features. As Asians, we just don't have the same amount of lid space as someone who's European. So naturally, the looks that enhances our features are going to be very different. I might experiment with more bolder looks following tutorials from other makeup gurus and artists with those kind of features, but I'm not forcing it to work on mine. I've learned to embrace and really come to love my softer features. And through the past few years of learning how to do my makeup, I realized that naturally, Korean, Japanese, Chinese makeup is what looks most complementary to my face. And the Victoria's Secret bombshell makeup is actually quite universal, but if you try it and find that some parts just don't work for you, don't be afraid to tweak it. Don't be afraid to make changes. You are supposed to wear makeup, not makeup wearing you. Now, the next thing that I think is severely underrated is the content that you consume. And I'm not just talking about not doom scrolling or not watching TikTok all day, but I'm talking about continuing to learn and actually stimulating yourself mentally. If you didn't already know, the Bella Hadid actually has her own perfume company. Her company is called Arabella, and it has this extremely unique differentiation point is that they actually use essential oils in their perfume instead of alcohol. How cool is that? And can we also talk about Tyra Banks, who literally founded the franchise America's Next Top Model? I'm sure you see the pattern here. These women are not just pretty faces, they are intelligent, they are business women. They know where their interest lies and they took action on it. Now for you, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to start a business, but just ensure that you're constantly learning and improving, because that's actually what ensures that your brain's neuroplasticity is actually active. And that's how you literally prevent brain rot. So if you're serious about wanting to pour into yourself, wanting to take your interests more seriously, wanting to keep learning and growing as a person, then I've just found the most perfect thing for you. So there's this tool called 15minutes.ai where they basically summarize any book you want in just 15 minutes. And I'm not talking about generic summaries that you can find online, but these are detailed, concise and comprehensive summaries, literally just condensing all the goodness from these books into these much more manageable bite-sized pieces of information that are much more digestible and easy to tackle. So on their site here, you can browse through their extensive library of premium book summaries. And I'm not talking just random books that you've never heard of, I'm talking about books from best-selling authors that you've probably seen reviewed on YouTube, on TikTok. Books like Atomic Habits from James Clear. There's The 5 AM Club, there's Rich Dad Poor Dad, and The Subtle Art of Not Giving a F. So literally any self-help mindset improvement book that you want, they have it. And the best part is, if reading is not your thing or you're worried about getting motion sickness, you can literally just listen to your summaries because they are available in both text or audiobook summary formats. And it's so easy to generate your own summaries. You can just go to browse the extensive options that they have, and if you click on a book, it immediately leads you to the summary page where you can download it in the text format in PDF or in EPUB, or listen to the audiobook too. Literally 3 in 1. This makes learning and implementing actionable insights from your books so much easier, whether you're looking to transform your life, your work, your thinking, your mindset, your habits, your interests. This is seriously the best cheat code I've found. Literally any book or interest that you're looking to get into, just search it up, they'll have it, and they will give you a full, concise summary of all the key actionable insights and important details. It's a library full of audiobooks and summaries that you can consume anywhere. On the way to school, on the way to work, when you're commuting. So if you're serious about having a sexy brain, preventing brain rot and becoming your best self, this will be the best possible way that you can pour into yourself. So if you're interested, I'll leave the link down below for you to check it out. So please, if there's something that interests you, just look it up, spend some time, pour into yourself, keep learning and keep investing in your education. Because being educated, being smart, being intelligent, that's the sexiest trait you can have. And I know if you're an ambitious woman like me and you find it so hard to try and embrace yourself, and you hear these steps that I'm telling you and you find it so hard to internalize them, to accept them, to actually take action and carry out these steps, you know that you can do it, but you just find yourself so stuck and you find yourself so afraid to make change even though you know that that's what's right for you. That's not you being unmotivated, or that's not you being lazy. That's just you not giving yourself permission to go after what you want. So I put together a free PDF that literally guides you step by step on how to identify, how to pick out these negative thoughts, how to pause and tell yourself that you are safe, and how to give yourself permission to go after what you actually want, to basically just free yourself of the cage that is your mind. So this free PDF will literally help you break that down, and it is 100% free to use and download. So I'll leave the link down below. There's actually so much more that I want to go over in this video, but I have a feeling that this video is already 15 minutes long, so I'll just have to stop here for today. But there's so much more good stuff coming your way, and there's so much more that I want to talk about. So if this is a subject that interests you guys, just let me know in the comments down below and maybe I'll make a part 2. Remember, the Victoria's Secret angel energy isn't just about looking pretty, it's about feeling pretty, it's about being intelligent, it's about being compassionate and so aligned and in tune with yourself. This video was so fun to make, and I hope that you guys found this helpful. So until next time, take care of your heart, your mind and your dreams. I'll see you in the next video very soon.